Today I've built this all-in-one tech base A-Frame on Lost Colony in ARK Survival Ascended. This base offers a lot of space, and that all in a cool and modern A-frame design. Two big A-frames to be used with a lot of breathing space on the ground layer, connected with a building in the middle. And on the upper layers there is plenty of space for all of your crafting, your storage, and of course a nice bedroom. And all the way at the top in the middle of the building we have landing spots for all flyers, as well as a little greenhouse, so that you can do everything that you would need to do on your ARK playthrough and have a base worthy of the endgame. Hello there survivors, and welcome back to another video in ARK Survival Ascended. So I have built this all-in-one A-frame tech base here on Lost Colony. I'm quite happy with the way that it turned out. Let me know down in the comments below if you would like to see a full step-by-step build tutorial. I'll get on that as soon as possible. It is a rather big build, but it is well below the official limit, so you could get this build there. Of course, you do need a decent amount of space, preferably a flat area, of course, so that you can use foundations, but otherwise you do have enough structures left within the limit to do some pillaring and some ceilings in case you find a terrain that isn't perfectly flat everywhere. Before we dive into the full tour of this base, if you enjoy seeing these types of builds and these types of videos, make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate all the support, and let me know your build suggestions for future builds down in the comments. So here we are on Lost Colony. As we can see, we have the crash site of the Aberrant Ark right behind us. If you're wondering where I built this, I had to find a spot with a lot of flat space, and I found some all the way at the edge of the world. Originally I was going to build it somewhere else, but this really had a lot of flat space, so I didn't need any ceilings at all. I could do a full foundation, because you can see it is a rather large footprint, but this does offer, of course, a lot of space for us, meaning that we have all the room to do whatever we want. So yeah, we have the two big A-frames using some different cosmetics. I'll link those down below in the description. Yeah, we got a really nice sleek modern design with these seamless skins, a little bit of the wooden texture in the middle just to kind of break that up, and we of course have a bunch of nice and large windows, and even a little greenhouse all the way here at the top in the middle, so that you can also grow some of your crops. And we have plenty of space, as you can see, for your flyers, flying in and out with your gathering tames, you name it. It really has a lot to offer. We have a medium teleporter right over here, so that you can teleport to your base. And then we have some really nice windows here. I've actually used one of these systems where we can use the keypad to open these. The windows are actually skinned secret doorways, so that if I want to, I can go in here and I can open them with the press of a button. So now the window opens and we can kind of get access to our base. And of course, if we want to close that, we can do the same thing, and then we're inside of our base. So yeah, really nice and easy way to turn some of your cool big windows into actually functioning doors at the same time, which is definitely a really nice one. And then on the opposite side of the base, I have a transmitter, so that you can do your transferring, etc. right from there as well. We have these same windows that we can open, but this has a different code, so that not the doors on both sides will open if you enter a code. But you can see we have a lot of big windows, all using the Architecture's Paradise cosmetic, which has this really nice and clean glass texture with a slight reflection on it, but it also offers things for the tech gates, the tech doorways, and the tech cellar doors, so that we can have a giant window that functions as a tech gate, which is pretty damn cool. Yeah, you can see this is a pretty big A-frame, and I wanted to make sure that this was high enough for some of your tallest creatures. So as you can see, I've got some carchas here, even though I know they don't spawn here on Lost Colony themselves, but once you are able to transfer them, of course, this will still offer you plenty of space, or if you're building this anywhere else. And we got a bunch of different tames in here to kind of, you know, just give you an idea of the amount of space that this base offers you. So yeah, we have some bison here, as well for the milk, of course. We have a Gigantoraptor there. But yeah, you can see a decent amount of space here that you can utilize for your breeding projects. Definitely, yeah, quite nice that you don't have to worry too much about that. The major downside, I would say, is, of course, being an A-frame, that the sides are getting lower and lower. So if you want to park your bigger tames any other way, the tails might start poking out the sides. But yeah, for most creatures, this will mean that you have a lot of room for breeding, and especially in Lost Colony, since we don't actually have these big creatures, yeah, you'll be able to do a lot of your breeding here without any issues. We then have these gateways to, of course, connect the different sides to each other, and in these holes, I've mostly done all of the breeding-related things, of course. Yeah, we can take this hallway. We have a little bit of cryo storage here in the middle, as well as the brand new cryo hospitals, of course. And yeah, here on the other side, we have the other A-frame. So again, we have a lot of space here. So if you like breeding, you can see you can do quite a lot of creatures in here. We have a bunch of Ossodons here to kind of demonstrate how much space you would have. A bunch more creatures over here too. Yeah, there is a lot of room here for your breeding projects to keep it nice and organized, and keep them nice and safe, of course, which is definitely nice. And I like the clean aesthetic here with the white and then the black, and then of course the big windows to let in plenty of light from your surroundings. Really makes it feel quite nice and modern, and yeah, very sleek design for sure. So then if we continue up here in this middle part, you can see this staircase to go up. Instead of keeping the traditional tech design, I thought, you know, let's bring in a little bit Lost Colony and use those skins, but of course the normal tech would also do just fine. Then we get to this floor where we have a little bit of a nice table to hang out at. We have a little kitchen area here off to the side. We have the steam forge here so that we can do a lot of smelting, and then we have another kitchen if you want to do multiple things at the same time. We also have libraries here to link up, and most importantly, we just have some really cool views of our surroundings with these big windows so that you can really, you know, enjoy everything going on around you whilst you're working in your base. Then we have these stairs going up to the next layer. We can also, of course, look into our breeding hall down below. And then this is one of these sides, the A-frame. There's a lot of crafting going on here. We have the grinder here, the new workbench and some storage. We have the mega lab and some storage, more storage here in the middle, a tech generator, of course, and then daddy storage and our tech replicator that we can easily fit in here too. So yeah, even the top side here is still big enough to fit in those very big structures. And of course, there's also access here to the rooftop. But first, we'll go over to the other side. Of course, kind of the same room and the same vibes, just differently decorated here. So we have the blood forge, we have more storage, we have our chem bench, fabricator, we have the industrial forge, which can also fit in here if you turn it sideways so that it fits within the roofs. And we have some more dedicated storage here too. But we also actually have this very reflective wall, which is actually a chrome wall, which leads us into a bedroom over here. So yeah, we have a tech sleeping pod, some personal storage on both sides, and just a really nice and cozy little room. And again, great views from your bedroom, which is definitely always a nice thing to have, in my opinion. But yeah, nice and chill room. I quite like the chrome. I was going to do more with the chrome, but it's a little bit it's a strong look, so I didn't want to do the whole base in it, but kind of makes for this hidden glass wall almost, because, well, obviously it isn't see-through, but it still feels like glass because it's kind of just reflecting a lot at you. So yeah, quite cool effects. And then of course we can go all the way up to the roof. We have here our Argentavis, or, you know, Enki. We have some of a Desmodus parked up here too, so that they're ready to take off. And we have some more here over on the other side, because yeah, there's a lot of space here. Easy to park your flyers, of course. And then we also have a little greenhouse here, so that you have a fully functioning greenhouse to do all of your crop growing in here. You're using the new tech crop plots, of course. And yeah, I think it's looking quite nice. I just realized that I probably wanted some pet displays in my bedroom, because you know, you want to make it cozy. But yeah, in general, that makes for the whole A-Frame all-in-one tech base. I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. It's been quite a while since I did an A-Frame build. I realized, I was like, you know what, let's start 2026 with another A-Frame base, because I know a lot of people like them, and using some of the newer cosmetics that I haven't used before on those types of bases, I think this came out as a pretty nice design, which definitely should offer you plenty of space no matter what you plan on doing with the base, from breeding to just having enough room for all of the loot that you'll gather over our entire ARK playthrough. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed seeing this build, and if you would like to see a full step-by-step build tutorial so you can build this one yourself, and I'll try to get one done as soon as possible. And of course, if you enjoyed seeing this video, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and feel free to leave your suggestions for future builds down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.